Awesome. Okay, so this video is going to be about coloring therapy. I saw a coloring book on Tumblr, and I thought it was an interesting idea because it was very kind of elementary level, in terms of art or, requiring artistic skill, which I don't have. Not because I'm inherently not a creative person, because I don't think people are generally, not creative. I think it's about having, skills that you're taught, a skill set that you acquire through practice or sometimes through a teacher in classes and things like that. I didn't have that. So I saw this coloring book. This is not the one I saw on Tumblr. I saw a different one, and I saw that at Barnes & Noble. But I wasn't super sure because, I didn't like the designs as much, or they were, too elaborate, and I kind of was into the whole, strokes type of thing. I just kind of want, large strokes of color in some way. I want to be able to make large strokes of color. And, so I found this, and, it was only, $4. And, I was like, this will be an interesting experiment, and if I like the whole process of, coloring, and I find something, significant and beneficial in it, then I'm gonna kind of delve more into the coloring book world, therapy world, because that's apparently a thing. So it's called the Mystical Mandala Coloring Book. I told one of my professors, who is also a professor of yoga, and he's Hindu, and it's kind of a westernized, whiteified kind of mandala coloring book, I guess. So here's one that I did today. And okay, so the big thing for me with this is I don't know if I would enjoy it on its own, but I really enjoy listening to lectures and podcasts and things like that, or audiobooks. But I guess in high school I was more able to I think I'm just more jittery now. Maybe I just have more to do, or I'm just more anxious, or at times I'm more stressed out, and so I just wasn't able to kind of sit still and listen to those podcasts. And even when I'm watching shows, I have to kind of keep my hands busy by making friendship bracelets and stuff, so I have to kind of multitask for things that are kind of mindless. So with this, what I do is I listen to podcasts, and I've been really enjoying the Tim Ferriss show, and also there's one, it's called On Being, and there's it's religion, spirituality, stuff like that, and then also Welcome to Night Vale. So I'll always start off with Welcome to Night Vale, and that's where I'm just warming up with my mandala coloring book, and then I'll go into On Being, or the Tim Ferriss show. So yeah, so I found that to be kind of an awesome combination for me, because I'm learning, and so it feels productive, and it's not just kind of me coloring and not refining any artistic skills, because that is the case. Other than coloring, I think it would be perhaps more beneficial if I was getting more into art, to actually be taking classes or investing my time in that way, which I am thinking about now. So yeah, so I think this is really good. This is a really good place to start for adults who just kind of also want to focus their minds and kind of, come back to basics, in that sense of not doing so many things at one time, kind of stopping the whole multitasking thing, because you're probably not as productive. So when I come home from school, and I've interacted with a lot of people, and I'm just kind of emotionally worn out, mentally and physically, and that's where perhaps the eating stuff, craving unhealthy food, or just wanting to binge on mindless TV shows, or just kind of play Subway Surfers or something for 3 hours. I think that's just kind of my mind wanting a time to kind of relax. So I just find that this is really good, and then the podcasts are really awesome, because I still feel like I'm getting good information to implement in my life. And yes, so I think when I finish this book, I'm going to look for something more complex or sophisticated, or designs that require more concentration or skill, coloring skill, or maybe just I'll actually take art classes and maybe that'll give me the same effect. So I can kind of do stuff at home that'll amount to something that I'll feel good about putting on my wall, perhaps, because this is just kind of like, these are really cool designs, but I didn't draw them, I just colored them. So I can take credit for like the color combinations and stuff sometimes, because sometimes I'll just get inspiration from, basically just steal inspiration. But anyway, okay, I hope that's helpful. Bye.